Will the Houston Texans fire David Culley? That is an all-encompassing question that I'm going to try to dissect to the best of my ability. Cue the intro. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. David Culley. Whenever that name's been brought up, there's been a lot of throw-up noises from Texan fans because let's just say David Culley, we all knew from the day of the hiring, wasn't supposed to be a head coach. And I don't believe that's anything different. And I'm saying like that is not an understatement whatsoever. We all knew David Culley isn't an NFL head coach. That's why he's never been a head coach before in his whole career. Now, given that fact, his team overall, the Texans, it's been an F plus really. Given his first game was the Jacksonville Jaguars and his second game was the Browns. First two quarters looked very good, actually. Tyrod Taylor was doing his thing. And then he went hurt, and then everything just fell apart afterwards. Not even with Tyrod Taylor back, not so good. You lose to the Jets. David Culley looks like a buffoon at times, a guy that makes your head scratch. His post-game interviews are ridiculous. What he says doesn't add up to what we see on the field. Him holding players accountable like the Justin Reeds or the Zach Cunninghams. And you just scratch your head wondering, well, those two guys, and yes, the defense isn't the greatest, but I mean, those two guys are really your best players on the defense besides Kamu Grugier-Hill. Like, you don't sit out the best players on your team. You just don't sit them out. There's always that imaginary kind of discipline with the star players on this team. I hold everyone accountable, but I mean, let's be real. This is Justin Reed. This is the guy that, has really settled himself in with this defense and has looked really good, to say the least. And Zach Cunningham has grown into this defense as the weeks have come along, and he's gotten better every time he's came out onto the field. David Culley shouldn't deserve the credit that Lovie Smith has shown, but he also shouldn't get the blame that Tim Kelly has shown. Because at the end of the day, this isn't David Culley's staff. This is Nick Caserio's staff. We all know this. This is a Nick Caserio-driven staff. So the turnovers, the defensive's bright spots in games is all credit to Lovie Smith, none to David Culley. And the entirety of the offense, all the blame in the mishaps really should go mostly towards Tim Kelly. What we get upset about with David Culley is, yes, the post-game interviews, yes, the challenges, him being happy to pump the ball. Like, that's not what I like to hear from my coach. If it's fourth down, you know what? We can win the position battle. No, I don't want to hear that. I want you to have a little bit of guts to you. I want to go a little crazy. I want to go for it every once in a while. So there's the blunders of David Culley that really is head scratching. But at the end of the day, does he get fired this year? No. Will he get fired this year? No. Should he get fired this year? Yes, he should, but he won't. At the end of the day, this is a Nick Caserio-driven staff. Remember that. Somebody is going to get fired, and all arrows point to Tim Kelly. That just seems inevitable, and that will be for a whole other separate video. But we all know that Nick Caserio is going to fire somebody. It's not going to be David Culley. David Culley will be here next year. So grip in tight to your chairs, folks, because David Culley will be here next year, and he will be still talking about culture and how, if you have 4 turnovers, you're not going to win a game, even though the team you played against had 5 and they beat you. It's stuff like that just really irks you. So grip in tight, folks, because he will be here next year. So that's it for today's video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for the notices to turn on. Drop your comments, your reactions down below in the comment section. Let me know, what do you think about David Culley's performance so far as a head coach? And if you think he deserves to be fired, let me know. Drop some coaches' names that you would take a look at for next year. And if I see Bill O'Brien, I will delete the comment. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.